If you are one who loves espresso as well as coffee and have been looking for a machine that may have the ability to do both and possibly more, this video is for you. Also, if you have been looking for a quality machine that may have the ability to do all of what you have been looking for, in an all-in-one machine that may also save you space, this brief video may be for you as well. Also, if you have been looking for actual ratings and more from actual customers and what their different experiences were on the featured machine, this brief video is for you as well. This brief video will be a brief review of the featured DeLonghi COM532M all-in-one combination coffee maker and espresso machine. There are links provided at the bottom, in the description of this featured video, that will take you to the official page that you see on your screen here. If at any time, you would like to visit the official page that you see on your screen for yourself and take a look at the information more in depth, or if you would just like to follow along with us on your own, all that you have to do is just click on the links provided below, to be taken to the official page, for the featured DeLonghi COM532M all-in-one combination coffee maker and espresso machine. Now, there is much information on the page that you see on your screen. In this brief video, we will go over and touch on the points and portions of the page that we feel will be of most interest to you. One thing to note here, is that the information that you are seeing here, is what is current at the recording of this particular video, as far as the number of reviews and testimonials, which may have changed after this particular recording. Remember to click on the links below in the description to see the more updated numbers and information for yourself. So, one of the main points that we want to briefly go over here, which is, in our opinion, one of the main reasons we always want to do particular reviews on certain coffee machines, espresso machines, the parts, etc., are the current number of reviews and testimonials, and also the ratings from the actual customers who have purchased them. As you can briefly see here, that out of a 5-star rating, the featured DeLonghi COM532M all-in-one combination coffee maker and espresso machine currently is getting a 4.1 out of a 5-star rating, which we feel is a pretty nice rating. And as you can briefly see here, that out of what is currently 741 actual customers that have rated it, most were satisfied and gave it a 5-star rating. And we feel that you should really look into the ratings for yourself by clicking on the links that are provided below in the description. And what really caught our attention about the featured all-in-one coffee and espresso machine, is that currently 63% of the customers actually give it a 5-star rating, which we feel is pretty good as well, and is something to consider, and should give you a pretty good idea of how most of the customers feel, whether it is worth it or not. Please note, that from our research of the actual customer reviews, some of the main things that customers were impressed with, was the fact that some said that it saved space on their countertops. Some said that they felt that it was actually a quality machine that made the espresso and coffee the way that they liked. Also, what we found to be interesting to us, is that some have said that they were impressed with the drip coffee having a reusable filter, according to some of the testimonials that we have researched as well. Once again, links are provided below in the video description to see more of the actual customer reviews and current ratings for yourself. Just take a look, as we briefly scroll through this portion of the official page here. Remember, the numbers that you see in this particular video may have changed after the recording of the video, as far as the number of reviews and testimonials, ratings, etc. Once again, be sure to click on the links below in the video description to take a more in-depth look at all of the information for yourself. So, in this portion of our brief video, we first want to briefly go over and touch on a few of the details from what the manufacturer has to say about the featured espresso and coffee, all-in-one machine. And as we can briefly see here, it is said to have no waiting time, and with a dual heating system that is said to allow you to brew the coffee and the espresso simultaneously. Also, as we can see here, it is said to have what is called an Italian 15-bar pressure pump, and this is said to allow you to experience authentic espressos brewed at the optimal pressure, for flavor that is said to be rich. Now, as we can briefly see here, the featured all-in-one coffee and espresso machine is said to have an advanced steam wand, and you can see that this also allows you to choose from microfoam setting to steam the milk for lattes, or for cappuccinos with a setting that is said to be on the advanced steam wand. Also, the featured all-in-one coffee and espresso machine is said to have a 24-hour programmable timer, with a digital touchscreen. Also, a bold setting function. Also, a carafe that is said to be spill-proof as well. Just take a look, as we briefly scroll through this portion of the official page here. So now, what we want to do here, is just briefly show you what the featured all-in-one coffee and espresso machine looks like here. Just briefly take a look as we briefly scroll through. You can briefly see here also, the different parts of the machine and how they look as well. The different parts that are said to come with it as well. Also, we wanted to briefly touch on here, the size of it and how it may look, and also this may give you an idea of how much space that it may take up on your countertop as well here. Just take a look, as we briefly scroll through this portion of the official page here. Once again, be sure to click on the links below in the video description to take a more in-depth look at all of the information for yourself. So here, as we can see, there are other videos that are presented on the page for you to see and take a better look at the featured all-in-one coffee and espresso machine so that you can get a better idea of it for yourself. Also, in this portion of our brief video here, we don't want to forget what we feel is one of the main points of the page, which is the customer questions and answers portion of the page here. And you can briefly take a look at some of the questions and concerns that customers have, and how these concerns are addressed as well. And also here, you can see that there are some customer reviews that have images and more featured here, in this portion of the page as well. Just briefly take a look here as we briefly scroll through this portion of the official page. Once again, be sure to click on the links below in the video description to take a more in-depth look at all of the information for yourself. Now, make sure that when you get to the official webpage that you see on your screen by clicking on the links below in the video description, that you pay particular attention to all of the information that is presented on the page, to give you a better idea of what the featured all-in-one coffee and espresso machine may be able to do for you, and how you may be able to benefit from it as well. Also, make sure that you pay particular attention to the current ratings and reviews from actual customers, and you can also click on these to take a more in-depth look at all of them as well, when you get to the official page that you see here on your screen. Once again, we would like to thank you for watching our brief video review. If you have found that the information presented here in this video was helpful and insightful to you, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Remember to click on the links below in the video description to go to the official webpage that you have seen on the screen in this video to get more information and see more, if you decide to choose the featured DeLonghi COM532M all-in-one combination coffee maker and espresso machine.